Hello and welcome back. Today we'll be checking out one of the major malls in Toronto, Yorkdale. It's the fifth largest shopping mall in Canada, however holds the title for highest sales per square footage in the country, which, let's be honest, money talks loudest. Now, parking at Yorkdale is a nightmare. Visit on a weekend and be prepared to be properly frustrated. I actually find the underground parking to be the best place nowadays. Granted, I don't go to malls on the weekends, thank goodness, but I would think it's the better option at any time. I'm not sure if everyone knows this or maybe they can't find the entrance. It's located at the back corner with little signage, but it's free for the first 5 hours, which is saying something. I'm talking to you, Eaton Center parking, $12 an hour, but then that's downtown. I digress. Yorkdale is Toronto's upscale mall, but with a pretty recent facelift in 2016, is now the prettiest as well. It also has Canada's first cheesecake factory and one of the largest restoration hardware galleries at 70,000 square feet, spread out in 4 glorious floors of expensive home decor products. There's also a gorgeous cafe where you must take selfies at because the lighting looks incredible. I can imagine how awesome a screaming baby would be in there. Have I mentioned this is an upscale mall? The really nice thing about Yorkdale though is that it's a really nice mix of crazy expensive to the realistic and affordable. A real democracy. I found all of the washrooms have all the amenities for moms with babies, a family washroom as well as nursing room. They all have subtle signage. I didn't find them to stand out too much, which is maybe the point. The washrooms were pretty basic. I mean, I don't mean to get into rating mall washrooms or anything, but considering the scale of brands that are in here, I'm surprised at how Spartan they are. But they're clean and available, so I guess you can't ask for much more than that. The nursing room is very large. I personally don't like the seriously open concept here. I wish they'd put in some partitions, but there is a microwave, a nice touch. It's about the little details, I think. You'll find the iPad mall strollers to be available at this mall as well. Only thing to note is that they're available only in 2 locations. Okay, let's get into it. I've divided the guide roughly into areas in front of the big department store, so let's talk about Holts first. Holts is Canada's luxury department store. You'll find all the big luxury brands around here. There's a David's Tea if you feel like a cuppa nearby. And a Tesla showroom. You know their SUV Model X is over $100,000 Canadian. A condo on wheels, my husband says. If that thing got dented, I think I'd have a mental breakdown. It's just too much. I do think electric cars are the future though, so I'm waiting for it to become mainstream rather than the latest it thing for the rich and famous. The new technology is always fun, so let's ooh and ah with everybody here. And here we have the middle of the mall in front of the sumptuous restoration hardware gallery. Yorkdale is a really enjoyable mall to walk around in. The coffee shop in this area is Second Cup. And be sure to check out Indulge. It's got 3 hyped up relatively new chains: Uncle Tetsu, Japanese cheesecake, Eva's Original Chimneys, also referred to as donut cones, and Pie Squared, serving savory or sweet British style pies. Outside of the food court, I like this place for a quick bite. It's a bakery cafe with inside and outside seating options. The Lego store and Sporting Life. Do they have lots of kids stuff? The map showed it does, so I included it here. There's a small Starbucks here as well. And look at this lovely place. La Durée is a French luxury patisserie since 1862 people. Wow, $19 sandwiches and $50 for afternoon tea. Next, we'll go check out the area in front of Nordstrom and where I found the most interesting shops to check out. There's a great seating area at the entrance of Nordstrom. And here is where browsing nirvana begins. I come to these kinds of places to check out what's new and trending and colors and styles, visual inspiration. Okay, let's get back to real life. There's a Roots on the side. And a Disney store. There's an H&M. And the Old Navy has a sizable children's section on their 2nd floor. Elevators are easy to find beside the cash registers. Now here's the exciting part for me. This is the closest Zara location and I was dying to check out their children's section. It did not disappoint. I am not sure if a lot of their stuff warrant their price tag, but if you can choose the right pieces, I think you could create a little monster. Fashionista right here. Uniqlo has some good staples like onesies and t-shirts for little kids. Muji was a first for me. Its full name is Mujirushi Ryohin, which translates to no brand quality goods. It emphasizes minimalism and features no logos, which I really like. They're not exactly cheap though. Quality over quantity, I think. They have plain children's basics with crazy Asian sizes, which I was too tired on this day to try to figure out. I'm always dazzled at the way stationery is sold in Asia. I also parked in this area and the elevators brought me right in front of Muji. There's a large Starbucks here with a huge seating area in front of big beautiful windows, but I did find that it does get crowded here. The walkway leading to the subway is next to the Starbucks as well. Nadege, another macaron French patisserie place. And lastly, the Hudson's Bay side, there's a Shoppers Drug Mart right across the hall and most of the children's shops are here. Hudson's Bay, Canada's original department store. Gap Kids. Gymboree. I think this Forever 21 location has a children's section. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And there's a Time maternity store. And here is the food court. Located on the 3rd floor, it is accessible by escalator or elevator. It features some interesting choices that will satisfy a wide array of tastes, I think. So let's take the elevator up and check it out. It's busy and it's crowded and I felt uncomfortable walking with my stroller up here. But the Vietnamese place looked really good. If you find it's too crowded, just one floor below on the 2nd level, there's an Illy coffee shop with its own seating area, so that's another option if you just feel like a sandwich. I find seating when I'm out with a baby so important, just to take a break and let her stand for a bit or to have some snacks. I didn't find that Yorkdale's guest services offered much out of the ordinary, but I did see 3 desks throughout the mall. These are located at the entrance of Home Outfitters. Okay, so baby was sick of being out, so we headed back home, down the elevator to the parkade. I think you still have to validate the ticket in the machine, not sure, I just did it without thinking. But remember, it's free for the first 5 hours, so it just spits it back out without asking for payment. Alright, let's get out of here. Now here's the reason why I don't come to this mall often. Yorkdale, considering how high-end luxury this and luxury that it's all about, it is in a not great part of town. The roads are a mess and traffic from the mall is so congesting, getting back on the highway is a maze. Oh, it's awful. I mean, this is a weekday afternoon and I'm still navigating the parking lot. Okay, finally out of the mall. Now we have to go by the back roads of the mall with a million stop signs, 1 lane each side. Okay, getting closer, I can feel it. There's the huge Restoration Hardware Gallery. Okay, yay, made it out, right? Nope, going the wrong freaking way. Gotta turn around. Okay, I think I've got it. I see the sign to the highway. I think we're gonna make it. Hooray, we made it out of there, woo! Now on to the worst highway in Toronto, Highway 401. Ever been stuck on the 401? Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment, thumbs up, and subscribe for more informative content.